times this week did you spend 20 minutes struggling with something that AI could have helped you do and think through better in just 2 minutes of your time? I'm Matt Zembruski, and if that question hit a nerve, good news, you're not alone. This problem where you think it's AI, but the problem isn't that AI doesn't work. It's that we forget to use it sometimes when we're stressed, when we're busy, when it really matters most. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to share with you a simple rule that can really help you, as it helps me, prevent this from happening in the future for you. Here's what I've learned training many professionals over the years. The gap between knowing that AI exists and actually using it effectively when it matters most comes down to one thing. We don't have a decision point built into our workflow. What do I mean by that? We know AI can help, but when we're under pressure, we default to doing things the old way, our old patterns, right? Then we finish the task, and at the end we think, oh, I could have used AI to do that, right? You've been there before? Can you relate? Let me show you a visual here so you can take a look. Today I'm sharing what I call the 30-second rule, a simple framework that builds AI partnership into your daily habits before you get caught up in busy work. Again, I often talk about how humans plus AI together can become superhuman in the workplace. And that's what this is all about here, the 30-second rule. Here's the rule. Before starting your next important task, pause for 30 seconds and ask yourself one question. Could AI help me think through this better? And answer it honestly. A lot of times the answer is yes. Don't ask the question, can AI do this for me? That's not what this is about. It's about, can AI help you think through this better? Can AI help me think through this better? That's the partnership approach we've been talking about. Let me show you this in action. Let me give you a real example. Just in the last 24 hours. Yesterday, I was preparing for a training session and realized that I wanted to add 3 new slides for a new hands-on exercise that I just created for my training program. My old approach before AI would have been open up a PowerPoint, look at the blank slides as I'm starting to create 3 new slides, start to figure out how I'm going to lay all this information out. How is it going to be received by the audience so it can be received effectively? Do the layout, do the content. I probably would have spent 2 to 3 hours doing that, to do it right, to do it thorough. And it still would have ended up pretty good, but I wouldn't say stellar. Wouldn't be like top notch. Now here's the 30-second rule approach. This is what I actually did. I paused and asked myself, could AI help me think through this? And the answer was yes. And then I asked AI, I need 3 slides for a hands-on exercise that I'm doing. And here's all my idea about what that exercise is. I shared all that with AI as content, as context for the prompt. And then I said, what content structure will be most effective? And how should I organize the information for maximum learning impact with the audience? And then had a conversation with AI, put it together. AI gave me a clear framework. First slide was setup and objectives. The second slide was step-by-step process with some visual cues. Third slide was expected outcomes and next steps. It worked out really well. It flowed really well. I liked it. We went back and forth a little bit in a matter of minutes and settled on something that I was very happy with. It even suggested specific layouts and visual elements. Then I used on top of all that, then I used another AI tool to actually create the slides, taking the output from the first AI into the second AI tool, and then used it to create a really professional design and formatting of these additional 3 slides and worked it right into the presentation. And believe me, in a matter of minutes, I had a way better presentation for those 3 slides that were much more effective than anything I could have produced in hours on my own. So here's the lesson. 30-second pause. Wayne Dyer, if you ever followed Wayne Dyer, used to call this the space between the notes. He talked about that, about meditation, the space between the notes. When you're listening to music, it's not just solid sound. There's gaps in the sound. That space between the notes is important. Same thing here. 30-second space between the notes of all your activity. 30-second pause. Ask yourself, can AI help me think through this? And if the answer is yes, when you answer honestly, then go get some strategic advice and assistance from AI before you dive into your next task. This 30-second habit is just one of the frameworks we teach in our October 29th AI Professional Certification Program. because knowing about AI and actually using AI when you're under pressure are two totally different things. And if you've been there, you understand what I mean. We have limited seats remaining for the October 29th program, 4 consecutive Wednesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is where we build the partnership habits into muscle memory that we're talking about here, so they work for you when you need them most. So start today. Before your next important task, I challenge you. Pause for 30 seconds and ask yourself, can AI help me think through this better? You'll be surprised at how often the answer is yes. Thank you for joining today's AI Live at 5. See you next time.